Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to talk about everyday carry, or EDC. Now, I myself am a chubby gentleman, but I still like to carry a handgun with me or other various tools with me pretty much every single day. So the first thing that I will talk about is a good, solid EDC belt. Now, this one is a Core, K-O-R-E belt, and I just started using this probably in the last 2 months. And I have to say, so far, I'm very impressed. Core makes a variety of different styles of belts and out of different materials. This one is their Armor Tech one, and I got this because it looks the most like just a regular leather belt without it being the kind of flimsy, traditional leather that you're used to with a belt. The two cool things that kind of make these belts is one, it's got the reinforced power core center, is what they refer to it as, which basically means the core of the belt itself is very stiff and sturdy. So it doesn't let you can see just how stiff that is. It doesn't just fold over like a regular leather belt. That allows the belt to stay close to you, and it also allows it to not sag when you're carrying a firearm. So love that aspect of it. And then the other huge thing that I love is, if you look here, it's adjustment system. So those are each a little notch that are 1/4 inch apart. And what that does is it allows you to really micro adjust your belt. If you listen, each one of those clicks is adjusting it. That is great compared to your traditional style, holes that are about 1 inch apart, because at least in my experience, the belt is always either too tight or it's too loose. It's never perfect. This really allows you to micro adjust it to your fitting. So if you're not carrying anything, you've got quite a bit of leeway here. So if you're not carrying anything, you can adjust it to tighter, and then if you're carrying something, you can kind of back it out. So I love that. And the other cool thing is, I think they carry 2 sizes, and what you basically do is you measure your waist and then add a couple of inches for if you're going to carry. And then you just cut the belt with a good pair of scissors, and then you attach the buckle and you secure it in with these screws here. And you have a little lever right there that allows you to release. So it won't come off unless you hit that release. So Core belt, definitely a big improvement on your EDC game. Doesn't let your pants sag, and it holds up a firearm pretty well. And they're, like I said, they have several different options, and each one is rated to a different weight. So definitely check out their website. And they have different buckle options as well, and different colors and different materials. So check them out if you're looking to upgrade your everyday carry belt, because honestly, that's one of the most important aspects to carrying every single day, is a good, comfortable, solid belt. Aside from that, let's talk handgun. My personal favorite gun to carry, and this is empty, it just has a snap cap in it. You can take that out, just a snap cap, no live ammo. This is my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. I haven't really done much to this gun except for I put True Glow night sights on here, which have green dots. Basically, when the lights are off, you can see the green dots glow, which I think is, again, big improvement, just so you can actually see your sights at night if you ever have to, God forbid, draw your firearm when you're out, getting in your car after work, or if someone's in your house, whatever. I think it's hugely beneficial. And then the second thing I did was I added this Phoenix GL19R weapons light. Those are the only 2 things I did. The trigger stock, everything else is stock. But I do love this handgun out of the box. It fits my hand perfectly. I have fairly good groupings with it. I'm comfortable with it. It conceals pretty well. And it's not overly big or heavy. So I am a huge fan of the M&P line, and the 2.0 9mm is definitely a big plus, at least in my book. You can hold 15 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. So, love this gun. It is my favorite everyday carry handgun. Now, as far as holsters go, I chose a kind of not as popular light to put on it. The Phoenix like I said, the Phoenix GL19R is not super widely popular at this point. I like the light a lot. The thing I love about it is when you put it on the rail and you tighten it, it actually has a quick detach right there. So all you have to do is flip that up and the light comes right off. You don't have to screw it on and screw it off every single time. And then you just put it right back on and that thing is solid as a rock. And then also it has a little USB or a charging, like a cell phone charging thing right there. So you can just plug that in and it'll charge the battery internally. So it's got just a little button on that on each side that you can just push and it'll turn the light on. And then if you hold it down again, it'll strobe. All that to say, it's not, a lot of holster companies don't make a combo for the 2.0 and the Phoenix GL19R. So I had to make my own holster. It's not perfect, and I definitely based it off of the Crossbreed holster because I absolutely love their product. But again, they just didn't have that combo together. So I bought all the material, I made myself a little Kydex press, and I made myself this little holster. We've got our core belt, we've got our handgun, which is the M&P 2.0. And then what else do I carry? I carry another Phoenix flashlight in my left pocket, and this is the PD35. I will say I am definitely a Phoenix fan. I have carried their flashlights for a pretty long time now. This is probably the third one I have had for just my pocket flashlight, which everyone that doesn't EDC loves to make fun of you for having a pocket flashlight. Until they need a pocket flashlight, then you're a hero. But this guy's awesome. It's got several different settings. I usually keep it on setting 3. And then you have this little button right there, which will bring it up. And then that's the lowest setting right there. So like I said, I usually keep it on 3. And if you hold it down, it'll also strobe, which seems unnecessary, but hey, you know, just in case. Then it's got a removable pocket clip that you can take off and put back on. But yeah, so I am a big fan of Phoenix lights. I have been for quite a while. I will continue to carry them. They hold up pretty dang well. So yeah, keep that in my left pocket. And then I also keep, mostly just for shits and giggles, I keep usually a tactical pen in my left pocket along with my flashlight. This guy here is made by CRKT. This is an actual working pen. You just take the cap off and there is an actual pen tip on the other side. So if you ever do need to make notes or anything, I think they're handy and they hurt to get hit by. So if you ever need to use an impact weapon, you have this. In my right pocket, I carry a pocket knife. Most of the time, it's another Columbian River one. This is the M16. I have carried a variation. Actually, this one is technically the M16 13Z, if you want to get very technical. I've carried a Columbian River on and off for probably the last 15 years. I love the M16 design. The one thing I love about it is the double safety. So you have your typical, you know, lever right there to take it down, but then you have this little safety right there, which you have to activate both of them. So you have to, I always just push that in with my thumb, and then with my middle finger, just pull that down, and then with your pointer finger, close the knife. Seems overcomplicated, but once you get used to it, it's not a big deal at all. And if you ever had a pocket knife, it fail and close on you and mess up one of your fingers, you'll understand why having that double safety is maybe a pretty good idea. And I've never been let down by any of their M16s. And also, you have that little guy right in the back that you can just flip down and it opens up pretty dang easily. So, big fan of Columbian River knives, and I've carried, like I said, I've carried the M21 and I've carried a couple different variations of the M16. So, big fan. The last thing I usually carry in my pocket every day is this little knuckle guy here. This was made by one of my really good friends. He 3D printed a bunch of them and put them to the test. I have tested this slightly, punched brick wall, punched a couple other hard surfaces, and it holds up remarkably well. It's just something I just throw in my pocket. It's super lightweight, and it holds up really well, so I just always toss it in my pocket because why the heck not? So that is pretty much it for my everyday carry. Check out any of those companies if you want some good, in my opinion, good stuff that's treated me well. You've got Smith & Wesson, their M&P 2.0. You've got Phoenix lights as far as weapons lights and different styles of flashlights. Colombian Rivers for tactical pens and good pocket knives. And Core, K-O-R-E, belts. They have a freaking awesome selection of different styles, different belt buckles, all that good stuff. And like I said, they're very well made, and they are awesome and super easy to adjust and super easy to put together. And yeah, so that's all I've got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, be good.